I mentioned earlier the mirror neurons. Okay, now does everyone know what I mean when I say the scientific standard of research? There's something known as double-blinded, control-based double-blinded placebo test, something like trial, right? Now, does everyone know what I mean by double-blinded? So, and does everyone know? Everyone's heard of the what's the placebo? I said it. What the placebo is, right? So it's like what they test drugs on or everything on is they test it against the placebo. And I was watching a doctor on Netflix the other day, and he was in pharmaceutical medication and he's gone into more natural stuff. He was on a documentary with Joe Dispenza, I think. And he said that when he was doing this research, they would test everything against the placebo, and he found that, interestingly, sometimes the placebo performed better than the drugs itself.
Heard that. Is that what do we know?
Sorry?
What do we know?
It's probably in there. Yeah, I haven't seen that in decades.
I
think it's called Heal.
When he used to work for the pharmaceutical and actually tested them, some of the guys were performing better on those steroids because it was just a suggestion or
yeah.
Powerful.
And so then, they came up with this blind test. Okay, so that way the person wouldn't know whether they're getting the actual drug or like a sugar pill, right? So then they could test, right? And they could look at that. But then they found that, if the doctor who was giving them the sugar pill or the real drug, well, his or her mannerisms might be slightly different. And then the person would pick up on those. And they could see this through the actual results of the thing. So they had to do the double-blinded. So therefore, the doctor doesn't even know whether they're giving them a sugar pill or the actual drug. And so the client is not going to know either. So that way, there's no body language or micro signals that tell anyone anything. Okay, so that's the power of placebo, right? That's also the power of the hypnotic context, right? So when you're sitting there going, you have magic in you, right? And I'm a powerful hypnotist, right? And you hold that space, just that alone can influence results. Science understands that so well that they purposely create these tests to get rid of that influence. Okay, so it's not something to be laughed at. It's an important principle, right? So I think I don't know who said it now, but just having the hypnotic context where they come into the office. I've had people that have booked in for quit smoking, and then by the time they get to my office, they're like, I've cut down in the last week. It's so weird. I just haven't wanted to smoke. Or, they've come in for an anxiety related thing, and they've gone, I came in to improve my tennis game, but this weekend I just had a brilliant game. Everything went perfectly, right? So now I'm quite spiritual, and I think that that just them making the decision to do stuff is going to affect things as well. But there's this expectation. They have this expectation. Maybe they've came in, they're a smoker, they've seen the whole bin full of cigarettes, and they just go, okay, I guess it works, right? That alone can do it. Okay, so don't underestimate that. Be in that place of genuine curiosity. You know what you're doing, and they have magic in them. Okay, that alone is worth its weight in gold. That alone is better than any technique, any script, any NLP technique, any emphasis on whatever words or